close or as good as they would have liked to have done with a 1-1 scoreline, but they do have a chance absolutely of still going through to the playoffs. And Kerrigan tweeted it out yesterday from FaZe's perspective, but it counts for everyone. This is going to be a bloodbath today based on the results yesterday. 6 teams, it's quality over quantity, and everyone seems to be on their game.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's been said versus the mighty Astralis. We are off in the pistol round. And we're going to find ourselves with a P250 in the hands of Device, and he is certainly deadly with that particular pistol. We're getting straight in towards that connector. S1MPLE open things up with the CZ. He needs to try and stay alive here. They've got the advantage. They're trying to fall back. The Mages answers back swiftly.
Very swift indeed. S1MPLE gone early is a massive step forward in the pistol round. We know how menacing he can be. Keep an eye on the money as well. If teams are going to try and bring out the early AWP on round 3, if they're not going to overinvest on the second round, and not only that, the efficiency of the winning side. We've talked about all of these points. It's a massive difference. Yesterday, Navi actually managed to pick up round 2 on 2 separate occasions, but they just couldn't convert it overall. Zeus. Gap in the smoke at Heaven. He's able to find Xyp9x walking in. It's Device that wants to pin him back, hold him off of Glaive because they need to get the bomb down in the smoke. And they will be successful in doing so. Leaves them still just 1 man down in the 4-on-3.
The retake will begin here, Matt. The bomb's down, is ticking away, but Astralis has been way too strong here. They're going to mow them down 1 by 1. It's just going to leave flaming, and nothing can be done. Mages will get 4 frags in the round. A simple procedure throughout as Astralis head towards a connector, come out on top in the exchange, make their way towards a B bomb site that gets planted comfortably, and Mages just lights them up. It's dangerous now. Once he starts getting the zone, it's difficult to get him out of it. As you can see, the Glock backstab coming through. They had no chance whatsoever, Matt. And I can confirm Navi are taking the full eco here. It is the new patch, of course, and you get $1,900 after losing the pistol, meaning you can get rifles out in the 3rd. We're just going to see 1 purchase on the CT side, and that's S1MPLE bringing out the P250. Surprising considering he really requires the AWP, but he's going to be getting a rifle regardless next round, so it's not a huge deal as the Molotovs come through. This is going to be Astralis not forcing the issue, Matt. They're going to hold in a slow default to begin with, dissect the map. They do not want to be entering these choke points unless they actually will actually be able to confirm that there's no stack there. They want to make sure they get the information first.
So dupreeh holds up by the sandbags. You're right in saying the P250 is interesting because it won't necessarily guarantee that the AWP comes out in the next round, but there's not a lot of investment. We need to make sure the efficiency is now the matter of point for Astralis. Keep in mind as well that the SMGs against the armorless opponents can farm up cash. Now, there's interesting strategy that could come into this as well. A full save, even though there's nothing that they're saving, but a full save, quote-unquote, from Navi would actually disallow those SMGs to farm any cash and therefore limit them into what would be a bonus round, again, with lesser weapons in round 3.
That's a very good point, and that's exactly what I pointed out here. The fact that if Astralis, sure, they have SMGs, but they're going to farm so much cash from it, they won't go hunting for it necessarily. There's nothing for them to gather in terms of weaponry and disallow anything to be taken to the next round. But this is smart from Navi. We are interested this weekend to see whether there would be any sort of developments in the meta in terms of the financial game, but this is a very interesting approach, and it's very rare to see around a Counter-Strike where all 10 players survive. Well, it looks like the round is confirmed. Astralis will take the 2-0, but the game really begins in the next round.
To deny cash, they certainly think long-term, so they've not allowed any money to be farmed. Yes, the winning round does mean, okay, they don't need to reinvest, but they don't get as much cash as they would have liked from those. In fact, in some cases, you'd like the SMGs to get maybe 2 kills, go down, and then you bring out yet another AK. So a single rifle to now go against almost a full buy. Flamey is actually the one to bring out the AWP, and he goes glass cannon with it.
He had the exact cash to bring out the AWP. He is the secondary sniper for Navi, and he's trying to surprise him here. But look, there's only 2 players of helmets here. This is why Astralis don't mind having the UMPs, the MAC-10 here. They actually become very deadly, and Flamey, he's so squishy at that point. He has to nail this shot, and he absolutely does. He takes down Mages there. It's a good opening pit. They couldn't really sit back and wait for Astralis to execute a nice opening kill, and at this point, it's up to Astralis to try and recover. I still think they'll execute fully towards that B-bomb side.
He moves immediately, can't afford to stay aggressive. One of the 2 players with the helmet, obviously S1MPLE. He's going to want to battle as much as he can. Slow things down from the Astralis side. 1:10. We saw some very fast-paced in yesterday's games, but less so now as Device heads back toward Monster. Watch Zeus, because if they take their time on this execution, if he gets the call to open that door while they're still throwing Molotovs, he'll get a shot on dupreeh, who's not at all ready to defend. It's going to slow things down again toward the sandbags approach. Can't quite find the shot, Flamey. That allows Xyp9x the entrance from Monster, and Zeus overcommits. Glaive was waiting. He's not only got one, but he finds S1MPLE as well. They now have the advantage on the Astralis side. A flash will hold Electronic on Catwalk. He can't quite go over the smoke yet, and that smoke's going to give Device a lot more room, but Electronic might have other ideas. Smart from Device. He wants to re-clear onto Barrels. Glaive, what a round from him. 3 kills, and just like that, Edward has to consider saving. He's backed off already. No chance he picks this up without a kit bomb. Still not planted, so he could still surprise them, but Device had the angle, gets the kill.
It's interesting now. Navi have got themselves stabilized. They've got money, they've got utility, armor, the AWP. S1MPLE didn't have the best spawn, but he still goes towards middle, using the smoke as Shroud to try and pick up the first. It will be Electronic, though, so aggressive as he takes down Glaive. He comes out with 44 HP, but they'll take that all day long. They've got an early advantage, and they've got away back towards that bomb site.
Hold for Dupree this time, doesn't want that door to open behind him. The pace will be picked up. S1MPLE has to retreat with the AWP. They'll reconsider and regroup toward the A site. That man advantage, they don't actually need to overextend too far on the map at this point, Navi. Interesting position from Edward. We saw this from Device actually yesterday.
Yeah, it's a really awkward spot. You kind of blend into the grills of the vent that's there. So it's not a pre-angle, and you can definitely struggle when you're walking on the T side, a very uncommon position. Less than a minute remaining, still the advantage for Navi, but Astralis are getting some map control. They've got long, and they're going to boost up behind the flower bed. That's quite creative. We'll see Electronic on the other side. Difficult position to play, but he has got S1MPLE to back him up, who's currently holding the A sites and maybe transitioning towards that long position.
And that boost won't spot Electronic, so he still has an angle. Spots the flash. Great read from Magisk. They still check it. They know well that they don't have the information in that position. Device is set and ready. He was waiting for the re-peek as well. He read that extremely well, that S1MPLE would be inside of the site, that he'd already fallen back, having gone aggressive with the op earlier on in the round. Zeus, he needs support as well, but it's going to be a rotation back over toward B. No one, I take it back. I was going to say no one's rotated yet. Flamey started to, so it's really just Edward at this point. Flamey's realized it. He starts to rotate back, but Edward, good swing. He wasn't there originally. Swings it after they committed to checking on the jungle, which means he had a wide shot, but great response. Flamey burns, and Dupree able to find one. It's all on to S1MPLE. Back into the site, actually walls through, and takes Magisk down to 2 HP. Bomb is at his feet. It's already planted out. They've got to hold off the angles, and it's well struck. Dupree reads. Considering it, you can tell he would have purchased, but yeah, done. He's bringing out the op, and he's got armor to go with it.
This is a defining point of the game, and a best of one. Early stage, sure, but remember, Astralis are on the T side of Overpass. Navi are financially ruined. They've taken a force buy here. If they don't win this, they'll be 5-1 down with another eco ahead of them. Right now, they have the AWP, the FAMAS, M4, a few smokes, and some pistols. That is absolutely it. This is where it could fall apart for Navi. If they win this round, they're right back in the game again, but it's going to be another labored affair. In we go. S1MPLE, he can't sit back either, man. He has to be combative here. He has to make sure he's up front, finding the first kill. And for now, holds in the party position. You can see Dupree doesn't want to commit, doesn't want to go frag hunting here. They're not sure what has been purchased up. That's the first port of call here. What kind of buy have they got? They could bring some weaponry out here. We need to work out what they've got.
Patience from Edward. Magisk down below. Casually used. Great flash. Great pop flash. Utility to get around the corner, but it was the timing from Zeus, knowing that they were going to look that direction after the flash went that far, and he strikes twice. This can be turned around. Flamey at long has Device down. And suddenly it's another round stolen away. So Navi winning the rounds, or statistically speaking, they shouldn't. And Zipix, well, if he's really the minister of clutch, he's going to have a large one now. Instead goes for a CZ75. Maybe we'll get aggressive on the Glock. No purchase really in terms of armor for Electronic and Zeus, but they want utility. Edward's got the chest piece to go along with it. I want to note that no one's gone for a full save yet in the pistol. We've talked about that being something that could be likely if you want to run a Glock train and just try and overwhelm the site. Bring out early AWP, sort of round 3, maybe even earlier than that on the AKs to get the purchase up. But Glaive, he finds the first shot. Zeus goes down. Flamey, he follows though because it's Dupree that gets the shot back. Look at S1MPLE and Edward. A bloodbath inside of the hallway, and it's gone the way of Navi. Well done from S1MPLE as he gets the P250 rolling.
Absolutely savage there in the connector. Looked like Astralis had the lead, man. They had 3 players there, juking it out with S1MPLE, but he reloads a P250, gets his second frag, and finds his advantageous position for Navi. It's now the 3 versus 2. Magisk and Zipix need to win this round. Magisk has 16 frags to his name so far, the only player performing on the same level as Navi. Zipix had the chance before, but he might be caught out here. Electronic's right in his position. Smoke thrown, he's got to hit this. It's a scrappy one. He's got to get this kill, man. It's falling apart. Zipex is off today, and now he gets taken down.
Wow.
That's an absolute nightmare. What a crumble.
That was bomb as well. That could have amounted to so much in this round.
Cleanly pick these up.
Something in the water this morning. We had close games all day yesterday. Today, Nips on 15 against MIVR and Cloud9's on 14 against FaZe. Both those still in single digits against them, so everything's kind of upside down from what you might have expected. Simple, good shot, finds Glaive with the AK. Device, let's put one back on the CZ, but Simple's going to double up and continue to add numbers to his total. The game from him so far, 21 kills for Simple. Wow, Flamey as well tries to work closer, make it 22. That's through the edge of his smoke to find Dupree. Electronic gets position, beats Flamey to the punch on Zipex, but another round inevitably going to Navi, as Magisk really just trying to argue for bragging rights at the Deagle at this point. You pointed out yesterday he looked fantastic, just to be fair. But today's a new day, and he's off to a slow start. He didn't get to play in this event last year. Health issues ruled him out to the side. Dupree, good start at least to find Zeus. There's little does he know it and doesn't want to overextend, but there's actually a chance he could get toward that rifle. I say it, and that's exactly when Simple came around the corner from the party. So gets the shot on the AK. Device has to be perfect in this connector if he wants any chance to catch them off. He's going to go forward, sees the shadow. That gives him one kill, but that's exactly the time, and we saw it beforehand, that Edward was working in from long.
And more importantly, that's the two significant pistols going down. The Deagle and the CZ now removed. The PT-50 and USPs. Any chance they had of juking it out here is really falling apart. You can see Edward slowly but surely confirming himself a kill here on the A site. He knows exactly where Glaive is. Spots the second as well. They might be smarter just to book it back towards the B site here. Still got 40 seconds on the clock, but they know they're fine. That's a USB kill from Glaive. I don't think it'll be enough. Zipex.
Aggressive flash over. That came from Glaive, and he's going to peek it. Good shot. Finds up one more, but can't quite get the kill. Simple's got it. It's Device instead. Two with the op. And it's just Electronic and Zeus left. The buy yielding nothing thus far for Navi. That's a huge, huge win for Astralis early in the round. Now they just need to convert it, and in doing so, bring themselves much closer yet again with another save on the cards for Navi. Bomb still in their possession at the very least. All those kills too far forward to really secure the position for Astralis, but Device knows that if they want to continue in this direction, it's likely that they're going to go to the bathrooms. Oh, he spotted the shadow, but just backed away. Goes back for more, couldn't quite hit it. And that gives a little, this is back to just one-man advantage, and it gives a little bit more map control. The defense as well, with Electronic so far forward, this could still fall apart. They could still cut off the rotations.
And that's why Electronic pushes towards the bank here. He knows he has an advantageous position. The smoke down towards CT spawn allows them to actually get some wiggle room here. They can plant for bank and play inside the bomb site. That would be genius, but Zeus has got company towards long. He needs to act quickly here. Glaive's coming behind him with the M4, so the plant should be successful, but where does it go down?
It's going to go safe side of the box. They're expecting, obviously, a flank. They're not wrong. Glaive's perfectly positioned. Zeus in the open. So should secure the retake because Electronic's position, he has to go aggressive. He goes into Zipex. He gets the kill. And it is 14-8. Now, keep in mind, it is only a third round bonus, but that bomb plant will help. They did fully invest into this round. They could force in the next, but either way, it's going to give them in 2 rounds from now an excellent buy.
I feel like another partial is required here, and that's why.
Woken up. He's up to 11. He's actually caught up to Dupree, tied him now with Glaive, so that's good signs. Still need a little bit from Zipex.
Indeed we do. So the partial buy comes out once again. Zeus actually fully invests. He drops an AK. Gets one back in return, it looks to things. So he'll be the one using the AK. He got Simple there for Deagle. Begs the question why he wouldn't give it to him, but the in-game leader feels like he can cause some damage here. He did spend his cash. And this is still a dangerous round. We've got one smoke, an HE, armor, pistols, and Zeus on the AK-47.
Cautious to take control this time against Astralis. Edward, bottom of the stairs. Will work his way up with the Deagle. Flash out from the confines of the site. Should be telling that they're playing passively and that there's not going to be anyone on an off angle. So he's comfortable therefore to push up to the corner. Optimistic op shots towards the wall from Device, hoping he can tag someone up. That's pretty good. Dupree didn't even know he was there, just sliding out toward long. Oh, what are you doing? Well, free kill. Flamey's got one in response, though. Keep in mind, because now he's got another with the Deagle. This is absolutely becoming a problem for them. They know Dupree is out toward long. Cheeky little nade. That'll soften them up, but does it allow the M4 now to spray straight through them? As Simple baits out a lot of shots, and Flamey goes wide. It's suddenly Navi looking to find 15. It's all on the Magisk. He's down to 8 HP. Bomb is planted as well. Nade is brilliant from Magist. That gives him a chance. Low HP on S1MPLE as well, but he doesn't have a second one to work with. He's picked up a smoke at least as he gets closer. That tries to buy him time. Just to note, FaZe is now on 13 against Cloud9, so that's truly slipping away from the Americans, but double up, you mentioned it. This is trying to steal it away from Navi in many ways in that respect, trying to get back to that tie position. Another point, it would be a second tie for Astralis in this tournament. I knew there was going to be some close games today. Yesterday was very telling of that. So Flamey holds outside of Monster. No aggression toward long at A at this point. Nothing trying to, or really no one trying to establish any map control. Looking for some pace potentially toward the B site. 2 smokes available to Astralis, that's all. Xyp9x and Glaive, the ones with them. So that does put them both onto the B site. Magist, good first shot. They wanted to go for contact. His op finds both. They didn't execute. They wanted a straight up brawl, and they get it. Magist brilliantly holds it off. That gives him support from Xyp9x as he slides down. And a smoke finally on Monster as well as Sandbags. Navi has no choice but to fall back. So watch toward Edward because he's looking at long for other options.
Great stuff from me.
Okay, he's going to go a little forward. I was going to say, Heaven's fine, but it doesn't really offer much other than watching Monster should the push exactly this fail at water, and it has. Magist goes down. Xyp9x has to fall back. First, you don't succeed. Do the same thing. Exact same thing. Problem is the door's open this time. Flamey can't find it. Surely he should have gotten one from that. So much damage done. But yet, finally, they do take down dupreeh. It's electronic. Smoke's down in front of him. Wants to find Xyp9x on the other side. Smoke will at least hold them off, but bomb's not toward the site yet. And Edward on A could actually mean the bomb goes that direction. He didn't get the kill on the device. Further kill on B. Now this sells it though. This sells it and convinces it. Device gets the kill on Edward. The fact that he only got one and the bomb was so far delayed, it wasn't even an intentional fake at that point. They were looking for picks on either side, but just due to the delay of arriving on B, they actually started to rotate off. Thankfully, Xyp9x realizes it and goes to the window instead. As S1MPLE, the last-ditched effort with 7 seconds, has to commit to the bomb plant. 8 WP for him, and we know how quick he can be with it. As Device's forehead shows, and that's enough. Just a pixel for S1MPLE, and he's got the one-on-one, which means he can play the time on this bomb. 3 kills for Xyp9x. No utility, no smoke to put on top of this. He's got to bait S1MPLE into a shot that Xyp9x is going to desperately hope he misses, because then he can respond against the AWP. Holds it on it. He's not getting off it. That's the game. S1MPLE controls it. 16-9 for Navi.